When life gives you waste, don't waste it. Make a biogas plant. This week on Seeds of Gold, we are going to explore the renewable energy source that is biogas. What it is, where to get it from, how to get it, how to use it, and how to use the other products that come from the production of biogas. This day takes us to Lanette in Nakuru County. Let's just say, if you have livestock, by the end of this episode, you will want to set up a biogas unit. Hello, Professor Nyanga.
Morning.
How are you? This time, we are all about what you do.
Good.
What is biogas?
Biogas is an flammable gas which burns at 60% of what a pure gas will do and can be used for cooking, lighting, electricity generation, and all other purposes like any fuel.
The reason why we are here today is to see a biodigester being constructed. Or that is under construction.
That is true.
Okay, let us start.
Welcome to Mr. Kinudhia's home.
Thank you very much.
George Kinudhia, who has gone into livestock production, mainly pigs and poultry.
Okay.
One of the things you'll notice is the waste which is generated from housed animals. Confined animals do tend to produce more waste, which becomes a nuisance within the building.
Okay.
And hence they started to explore the options of how to manage waste and not only manage but recover nutrients and energy from it.
Okay.
One way is the biogas system.
So, Professor, we're saying any kind of waste can be used in the biodigester for biogas production.
Precisely. Any organic waste can be decomposed. The right term is digested in the right environment to give you biogas, which is renewable energy.
Okay.
And I think the major thing we are targeting is if it can burn and boil, it will replace what we are using in terms of firewood.
With the diminishing forest cover, use of firewood is no longer a sustainable source of fuel. Hence the need for alternative renewable and sustainable energy sources. Biogas is environmentally friendly and clean gas. Unlike firewood, it does not have smoke and burns at a lower pressure than the LPG gas. In addition, it takes our organic waste materials and gives it value. Professor, as we make our way to the biodigester properly, I'd want to ask. Now, say I'm an individual at home. I have watched Seeds of Gold, and I am curious to have a biodigester.
Yes.
First of all, what do I need to have before I'm even considered or I even consider having a biodigester?
Basically, in this country, you must have animals which are housed ideally, like the pigs, or the cattle, dairy animals, which are partially, at least housed in a day or a half day, and any other source of organic material. Of course, the other requirements, like there should be enough water, and there should be enough topography, sufficient gradient, so that in event of an overflow from the digester, it does not pollute the compound.
Waste generated from a farm, including chicken waste, is reason enough to invest in biogas. The slurry, known as animal waste, is broken down in the process of biogas digestion. This ends up being a very efficient organic fertilizer. So I see the farm also has cows?
Yes, cows are traditionally the source of biogas. The dung from cow dung, traditionally. The reason is because the cow has 4 components of the stomach, and they are the only animals which tend to produce methane. Methane is the gas which we said is inflammable, is burning, and that is actually the source of biogas. And all systems must be started with some cow dung. Whether you're using pig manure, you are using human waste, you are using potatoes or any like molasses or the byproduct from process, cow dung must be brought in. And the reason cow dung is because in the rumen of the cow, there is the methane, we call them methaneogenic bacteria. Those bacteria which convert CH4 or carbon plus hydrogen to produce methane, which is CH4, are only found in cattle.
At this point, we meet Laban, a biogas engineer. It's important to note that construction of a biogas plant cannot be done by your ordinary mason. You must get a certified biogas technician.
Yes, good morning.
Salama kabisa.
Hello. Good
Good
morning.
morning, Laban.
Morning to you. What we normally do when we want to do a biogas system, we first make a visit to the farmer and we do sizing according to 3 factors. We look at the number of animals, the amount, the quantity of waste he is expecting. Then we also check on the energy needs, what he intends to use for the biogas. Then, of course, we also check the financial ability of the farmer. So after all that assessment, we come and site, determine the best position for this system. We look at the position of the cow shed. Of course, it should not be far away from the source of the waste. Then it should not be far away from the end use point, that is the kitchen or whichever place. So I realized that this was the best place so that we get the waste direct from the cow shed, not far.
Yeah.
We feed here.
Yeah.
Then at the end of the day, we shall direct the slurry to the garden. And we tap the gas to the kitchen. Yes.
All right. So, Professor, probably take us through what happens at every stage. What exactly takes place?
When the siting has been fully completed, the land clearing has been done, the first step is the excavation of the pit where the digester would be built. Remember, we call the digester the rumen of the cow.
Yeah.
Where the digestion will take place to give us gas.
Yeah.
So this point, if I will go around, and, maybe be able to see it better.
Remember, before you start your construction, get a qualified biogas engineer.
Before this process starts, a drawing must be done. Okay, there are 2 levels. The plan, which means, one point of a structure, another point, and another one. And there's a pipe similar to the one we're seeing, and if, from that side you'll see the pipe, which Laban said, if you overfeed, you increase the volume inside. The gas, if the gas is stagnant, it will push the slurry out.
The biogas system has 3 parts. The inlet, through which the organic waste mixed in equal proportions with water gets into the dome. The dome, also known as the biodigester, where breakdown takes place, and the expansion chamber that pushes the undigested waste back into the system and the gas and slurry out of the system. The dome specifically is plastered several times with waterproof cement to avoid cracks, and it should be gas tight at all times to prevent the gas from coming out and oxygen from going in.
How long before you start getting gas when you put the cow dung for the very first time?
Okay, that is what we call the hydraulic retention period. You can finish the loading today. After 2 days, you can see gas. But it may not be enough quantity. So the cow dung has to remain here for 6 days for maximum digestion. Maximum digestion. But the time period varies slightly depending on the type of feedstock and probably what the animal feeds on. Because the cow waste, the pig waste, they have different retention period. So you find that the cow waste may take a bit longer period to produce the gas, while that of a pig may take only 2 days, and you get a lot of gas.
Thank you very much, Laban. Asante sana, naona pia mnafanya kazi mzuri sana.
Thank you.
All right, endeleeni hivyo hivyo.
Yes.
All right. Quality is emphasis when it comes to construction of a biodigester. You need the right measurements, you need the right gradients, and also you need the right materials to construct a working biodigester if you're eventually to enjoy the benefits of the biogas.